So I want to take this minute to especially thank everyone. I know Saturday morning is busy for everybody, really, but for taking time to join us. And you have been invited because all of us have a part to play in having an inclusive community. Whether we have individuals with special needs in our houses or not, we all have a responsibility. So if you are a CEO here, I encourage you to hire people with special needs. If you know somebody in the consulate, the Senate, or whatever laws or policy is being made, please advocate for individuals with special needs. Um, and I mean, anywhere we find ourselves, um, according to research, the number of individuals with special needs is just exhaustive for us not to know somebody, or we know someone who knows someone that have special needs. And that is why this is also very important. So you can share this information. You can invite them right now, send them the link to join us right now. Maybe we can put a little smile on their faces as they join us. So please share the information to people in your network so that together we can make our community an inclusive one where every child is valued, every child feel seen, and every child is supported to achieve their potential. So once again, thank you very much for being here. I think I just talked about that. So 1 in 36 children in the United States as of this year has been diagnosed with autism. And these are children from age 3 to 17 only, not inclusive of the adults. And when we look at, for individuals with ADHD, over 7 million school-age children only have ADHD. So we do have a number of people around us that need our support, So our agenda today is not too long. We're going to talk about how we can progress monitor for our children, especially those of them who are in school, whether they're in college, whether they're in elementary school or high school. How do we ensure that they're making progress as necessary? That is our topic of today. So for us to get started, I like us to always start with something fun or something quick. So in the chat, maybe even if you do not have a child with disability or special needs, what is one word that describes the way you feel about supporting your children's learning? Maybe they're grown now, but even when they were younger, is it some people it's okay, it's awful. For some, it might be overwhelming. For some, it might be curious. Or for some, it might be disastrous. I don't know. What is one word that you will use to describe how you feel about supporting your students in school? So we can type in the chat. Let me see if I can see it. Okay. I didn't see anything on the chat yet. So did anyone want to share? We can type in the chat, or you can unmute and share with us. What does that feel like, supporting your children in school? Do we all have access? Are we able to type into the chat or not? If not, so please unmute and you can share with us. What does that feel like? Okay, I think I see one. Okay, somebody said grateful. That's great. Um, Ensuring a safe environment. That's very good. Um, so Patricia, would you like to, is encouraging? Great. Would you like to, anyone would like to explain to us a little bit further, especially Patricia, you want to tell us why you were grateful for it, for being able to support your child in school?
Good morning, everyone. I'm driving, so please bear with the noise.
That's okay.
I'm feeling grateful as a parent of a child that has ADHD. I work in the system too, and I see the progress. I remember when my son was first diagnosed, it was like overwhelming. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. But thank God for people that surround me. I was able to follow what I was told, go to meetings, meet other parents. So making changes in, I wasn't making changes, but seeing changes in my son's life and my students, which I call my kids, I love it. So that's why I'm saying I'm grateful, because I remember when I used to work in the clinic, there was a child that came in there, the boy couldn't say one word at all. I was there for 3 years, thank God, but by the time I left, the boy was able to use full sentences. So that's how I'm grateful every day when I see changes in the kids, my son, and as people around me too. So I'm just I'm grateful. It's not by my doing, just by God's grace.
Amen. All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. So I don't know if anyone else would like to share. I think we can take one more person before we move forward. Will anybody else like to share? Thank you, Patricia.
Oh,
Dr. Mwale, you want to share why you say you feel privileged?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes. Having a child with ADHD or autism or any special need kid, it's a challenge. And being able to love the child and invest ourselves to make them successful, it demands a lot. And you have to be chosen to be able to do that.
Aha.
That's why I say it's a privilege.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So, okay.
sorry to say what Dr. just said right now. Dr. Mayowa, you know me very well. You know me before my son was born. And just like you said, we are chosen, because I won't be standing here sitting or driving where I'm driving right now to say that I'll be able to take a child, to have a child on the spectrum. So it's a privilege that God chose me every day. Yes, at the beginning it was very hard, but that someone that have known me for over 20 years, the way I've turned out to be, to embrace it with everything in me, is a privilege. And that's how ladies do work grateful too. I'm not trying to but for me at this age of my life, stage of my life, yeah, I'm still working on, but to just be able to have a child on the spectrum and be able to be one of the teachers and be a therapist and everything is a privilege. And I don't take it for granted. I really don't take it for granted. I just say thank God for every day to be able to navigate this journey in my life.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I see, Mommy Abogun, you want to say something?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
For me, it's all of those things that were put out as to whether it's awful, overwhelmed, curious, or encouraged. All of that I've gone through. But the one that really made me see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, was the child himself, how he has progressed and did very well for himself. So at this time, I started off with let me put it this way, not even overwhelmed, confused. I have 2 other children for him, and they did not show any sign of whatever. And they did well in school. Now I'm wondering what happened and why is he different? And I started to know that from as early as age 18 months. And I started running around to find how could I get help with him? What is going on? So I thank God today that even my mother, who has passed now, when I reached out to her in Nigeria at the time, and I just said in my own little way I can convey what is going on with me at the time, I said, I'm never going to come back to Nigeria. I can't bring this child home. I said, because he's not talking. And my mother said, did you call God first before you call me? And I'm like, oh, that's it. I haven't. But that's when I knew I got to turn to God. I did. For this child, I'm like, you will have to answer me. And he did. He answered me every step of the way. Mrs. Fowley knows Tunde very, very, very well. He's 33 years old now, and he's doing phenomenal. I can't even say how he's doing with a master's degree, and he did not take his disability report to college. He told me he wants to go straight like any other child. I said, okay, if you feel you can do it, I'm ready to work with you. And he did. So we are I see myself as the only person in the world that God showed favor, because I lost all hope in the beginning. So I thank God where I'm at.
Thank you. Thank you all for sharing. What an heartfelt story we have had so far. So today we're learning from one another. And I hope this actually cultivates or encourages hope in all of us as we hear, each other's stories moving on. So I will not spend more time on this. So we're going to